to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Last week we have a little bit problem about arranging the videos into the everyday of a week. And today we just offer a whole new video, and we will continue to explain that's the video we have ever told. Before today's beginning, I think we should just bring a very special news about the Taiwan. Today is the 10th October. So to say happy birthday to all the people of the Republic of China. And it is worth to celebrate not only the birthday of the country, but also the birthday of the Kuomintang. It is very special and amazing day. So, in the history, we all know about the Republic of China, how it is established, and how it come. And we always can read it in the history book, and to heard it from some TV program. So the National Day, it is related a little bit with the Kuomintang. And we can say that it is their efforts ever to put some very difficulty endeavors on the country's creation. So the country's development sometimes concerned with the Kuomintang's ever paid, the efforts ever paid. So in this day, I think we should just say happy birthday to all the people of the Republic of China, but also to just memorize and to say something to the Kuomintang. And it is very suitable. And in this special day, we should just to remind and to just memorize some histories we have ever had. So, okay, beside the National Day, that is very coincidence. So we can just see it this day. So today, this video is another new chapter. We will just to offer and explain some basic concepts of the finance, of the economic theory. If we talk about the basic concept in the economic theory, the wealth is a very important. You can say that is so significant in the concept, in the basic theory. The wealth is always the top one people always concerned about. And when we talk about the wealth, we can talk about the motivation behind every people who want to do something to satisfy their desire. So that is concerned with human beings' longing feeling. So when we talk about the basic concept, not only the wealth, but then we can just talk about the produce to the consume. Produce and consume. And then here is labor and the commodities. So that is a set of words one connect another one. So after wealth explanation, we will talk about the produce. Why we produce? Because we have to consume. We have need to consume. And finally, this desire make all the people and all the staff to go to find labor job. So finally, we just to find these all around the commodities in our daily life. So finally, in the basic theory, we also discuss the income and another very important word, capitalism. So in the several terms, in the basic theory, basic concept, in the economic theory, so we want to just bring some main thought and a very clear definition in this section. In this section, this video, we want to share with you all. We have to define something before we will start today's first section, wealth, and the second section, produce, consume, labor, commodities, and the fourth section, income and the capitalism. When we start the following sections, the first beginning we want to talk about is that what do we define wealth? The wealth have the material and out of material, things you can touch, you can see, you can feel, and you can bring, and you can fetch. These all the scope of the material goods. So that is included in the wealth that called material one. So just like the your house, your piano, your book closet, maybe your stocks, or maybe your copyright, or your patent right, or your bond, and or your certifications, anything. These belong to goods that is material. Some kind of thing is not material. It's out of material. It's just couldn't see, just couldn't be seen, and it couldn't be touched, and it couldn't to fetch it. Just like your friendship, or just the reflection after a class, or a reflection after a concert, or a reflection after a meeting. That inner wealth, that is not belong to the material, but it is sometimes will have some influence when you make some decision, and the reflection will make you more powerful, or you can just find some very significant influence by reflection on your job and make your negotiation win. So wealth has been classified several different parts or just scopes. So when we talk about and we discuss the wealth, we want to know one thing, and this is very important point. When we just to search or study the economic history, always the always the scholars will to discover or to discuss or to research study, they will to find the motivation behind every human being's desiring the desiring movement. So what kind of thought will push human being to buy, to purchase? What kind of thought will to push humankind to earn? So just anyone can catch and can just realize and they can obtain to size the motivation very precisely. Then they can just cope with all the activities they want to do and make them into profit. So that is why we always want to accentuate people that in economics we always want to alert everyone in the game of economics. Here is always a very, very regular rule, and the people have to obey and compel themselves. In the game, everyone have to learn one thing. If you want to win or to get something from the game, you have to know how to play it by the rules. But if we just to depict it just like this, just two course, we want it to be more fun. We should say that it's just have some mechanism. We have to exert it and to make it into all possibility. Not only every single person is always the main role in the whole plot, but another one side who puts the money in the market is another very important factor. So always we want to know all the financial market and all the economical environment. So who throw the money, the cash money, is always the beginning to make the financial market activated. So just here is always a person on one side offer money into the market and to buy something, purchase something, and make the environment activated. So the market will just go into cycling. So always in a very, very healthier circle that to make all the people or just all the factor or elements in the market to do their right thing, make all the market healthier and healthier. So that is very important. We have to know one thing is before we going to know the basic concept of the economic theory. We have to realize and to discover the motivation, the desire behind all the people that are included in the market. We just could know how we go to play this game. So that is very interesting, and we always know that human is some kind of animal who want the same spirit, but also want the evil spirit. So we will do something charity. We will do something mercy. We will be a very kind person. But sometimes we were chasing after the power, chasing after the cash, chasing after the authority. So how we define the human being is another very interesting topic we can just to find and to discuss in another video. But today we have to do is to make you to realize a very simple concept that we following videos will introduce you the basic theory of economic or the basic concepts of the economic theory. So we talk about the wealth, you will just to know wealth not only the material or out of material, but also the wealth from the country or the wealth from the person. Country's wealth or the person's wealth is just like the world's wealth to the country's wealth. So I don't know if you can understand how to classify its difference. My wealth just like my coat, my suit. The country's wealth just like the street, the canal, or just like the park. The world's wealth maybe will be the scientist, the international level scientist. So the wealth is just includes so many scopes. We can just talk it in a very long time, so that it will be very amazing, and it's very marvelous when we talk about the wealth. Here's always topics we can just to size into discussion. So if you don't mind, today we just to bring you to know the following videos we will going to talk. And one thing is very important. Always we want to know is motivation. So after the very simple talk, we just want you to know that because the motivation, so we will just to produce the products and the people will purchase. So that will become produced and consumed. And then there is all the activities around the labor job, and we will find the communities in our daily life so important, and that is a very main part in the financial market. So and finally we will talk about the income. The income, just the income that will stimulate the economic activities. So then the capitalism, very important word. In the economic theory, we always like to talk about the capitalism. And we can just to open mind and to discuss if the capitalism is always right in the present world or in the ancient world or in the future world. In the future world, if the capitalism is always right, or we should just to think about maybe the commodity society is just better than a capitalism country. So we can just talk about this. It is just very colorful, and we always feel the spectacular time. Always talk about this. And today we bring you a little bit summary to just talk a little bit about the following videos we are going to talk. Okay, we just to wait for all people to come in with us. So This chapter, we will just to bring some basic concepts of the economic theory. Thank you for your watching. We see you next time. Bye bye.